The IT guy resetting my work computer said, your login credentials were being used simultaneously in 4 countries last night. I looked up from my phone. What do you mean 4 countries? Luther, our IT guy, pulled up logs on my screen. China, Russia, Brazil, and Germany. Someone's been in your system for at least 2 weeks. My stomach dropped. I work in pharmaceutical research. We're 3 months away from submitting clinical trial results for a cancer treatment. Competitors would pay millions for our data. How bad is it? Luther's face went pale. They accessed everything. Your emails, research files, shared drives. They even watched you through your webcam for 47 hours. I felt my skin crawl thinking about every private moment in my office. Every phone call with my wife. Every time I changed after the gym. Every tear when my dad's cancer came back. Can you tell what they took? Luther scrolled through pages of accessed files. They downloaded your entire research folder, every document, every presentation, all your FDA correspondence. 3 years of work, gone. Our competitors would have everything they needed to beat us to market. I thought about every private moment I'd had in my office, every phone call with my wife, every time I changed clothes after the gym, every tear I cried when my dad's cancer came back. Can you tell what they took? Luther pulled up another screen and scrolled through pages of accessed files. They downloaded your entire research folder, every document, every presentation, all your correspondence with the FDA. My hands started shaking. 3 years of work, gone. Our competitors would have our formula, our methodology, our patient data, everything they needed to beat us to market. When did this start? November 3rd, right after you got back from Chicago. I froze. The healthcare summit. I'd given a presentation on our breakthrough findings. Someone approached me after, said he was from a European biotech firm. We exchanged cards. I emailed him my slides 2 days later. What company? I found the card. Biotech Solutions GmbH, Berlin. Luther searched. Nothing came up. That company doesn't exist. Luther pulled up my sent emails. Here, November 5th. The slides you sent had tracking pixels embedded. The second he opened it, he got backdoor access to your system. I wanted to throw up. Who else knows about this? Just me right now. But I have to report it to Dr. Patterson and corporate security. This is a federal crime. The FBI will be involved. Dr. Patterson was the CEO. She built this company from nothing, mortgaged her house to fund our research, believed in our work when no one else would, and I just handed 3 years of her life to criminals. There's more, Luther said quietly. How could there possibly be more? The files they accessed weren't just downloaded, they were altered. Subtle changes to your data. Small enough you wouldn't notice unless you were looking for it. My blood ran cold. They're trying to sabotage our FDA submission, or make it look like you fabricated data. Either way, when you submit these files, the FDA will find discrepancies. Your research will be discredited. You could lose your medical license. I stood up so fast my chair rolled backward. We need to tell Dr. Patterson right now. We ran to Dr. Patterson's office. She was on a call with investors, but Luther knocked anyway. His face made her end the call immediately. He explained everything. When he finished, she sat silent for a full minute. How many files are compromised? All of them. But I have clean backups from before the breach. Can we prove when they were altered? Yes. I can trace every change back to the foreign IP addresses. Dr. Patterson grabbed her phone. I'm calling our attorney and the FBI. She looked at me. You're going to give a statement to federal agents. They'll want to know everything about Chicago. Every conversation you had. Dr. Patterson, I'm so sorry. I didn't know. She held up her hand. Stop. Corporate espionage is sophisticated. They targeted you because you trusted too easily. That's not a crime. That's being human. But we're going to catch these people. Over the next 6 hours, FBI agents turned my office into a crime scene. They imaged my computer, took my phone, interviewed me for 3 hours straight. I described the man from Chicago in painful detail. His accent, his questions, the way he wrote notes during my presentation. 2 weeks later, the FBI arrested 5 people. The man from Chicago was actually Russian intelligence, part of a network stealing pharmaceutical research to sell to the highest bidder. They'd targeted 12 American researchers. I was number 7. The altered files were their insurance policy. If they got caught, they'd claim we'd fabricated our own research to frame them. But Luther's backups proved the timeline, showed exactly when the changes occurred, made their defense impossible. Our FDA submission went through with the clean files. 6 months later, we got approval. Now I use 2-factor authentication on everything. I verify every business card. I never click links in emails, even from people I know. And every time I see Luther in the hallway, I buy him coffee. Because that man saved my career, our company, and potentially thousands of lives, all because he noticed something was wrong and refused to ignore it.